Thank you so much. I couldn't unmute fast enough. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate you all being here. As it was mentioned, I am running in the newly drawn 2nd district in Arlington. So it's a new seat. It's along the Metro corridor. So it encompasses a ton of renters. And I'm really, really passionate about renters protections, making sure that we're protecting bodily autonomy and all of our fundamental rights. And, I'm stepping up, running in the area that I grew up in. I grew up right down the street from here, experiencing homelessness, poverty, literally so many different things that, really are addressed in the General Assembly, and so many issues that I've worked on. So I have the lived experience, I have the policy experience, and I know the folks who are living closest to these issues. So one of my passions is making sure to connect those folks who are experiencing those issues to the policy. So that's why I decided to step up and run and make sure that those folks who feel invisible, who are at the margins, are seen. So I'm very, very excited to literally throw my hat in the ring. I've been running since January of last year. Many people told me it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, but I can comfortably say easier said than done. I have been sprinting since January of last year. So I appreciate all the support that I've received so far. We still need to raise a lot more money as a first-time candidate. It's a new system that I'm navigating and needing to invest in to get the word out. So anything that you all can contribute, anything that you can do to help and volunteer, I really appreciate that. So thank you to all of you for literally stepping up and helping us to run for office and make sure that we're literally standing up and making sure that our rights are protected and expanded, and that we will not stand for any restrictions on any of our rights. Bodily autonomy needs to be enshrined in our state constitution. So I will stand up for that, and I will stand alongside you all to make sure that we fight for that.
Adele, there's a question in the chat. Can you say something about your opponent? And it doesn't have to be anything nice. We're over on our C4 side, so you can get real.
Yep. So what I can say about my opponent is, again, I've been running since January of last year, and my opponent just entered the race a month ago.
Yes. And as far as right. There's not very much we know about your opponent. We don't have any fundraising reports. I would say, in my experience, your opponent is running for office on Facebook, but because he has filed papers, there really is that possibility, probability. We have to take this seriously.
Yeah.
We don't have any choice.
And he did mention to myself and a lot of other people that part of the reason that he's running is that nobody deserves to run unopposed, and that this shouldn't be a coronation. And that was in response to a lot of the support that I've received locally, statewide, and nationally. So I decided to continue on as if I'm not running against anybody, and literally just trying to get the word out and get into the communities and do what I've been doing since January of last year. So I'm really excited about that. And this will also be a pretty historic race. I'll be the first Black person, first Asian person elected to the General Assembly from Arlington. And then I would be the second Black woman elected to any office in Arlington County. And I helped elect the first, which was in 2017 for school board, Monique O'Grady. And so we are very diverse here. We're very progressive. However, it's not reflected in our delegation. And so I want to make sure that I'm stepping up to bring that diversity and bring that perspective that folks haven't seen.
Fantastic. Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
Adele.
Oh, one last point, actually. There's so many.
All right.
I'll also be the only woman representing Arlington County in the House of Delegates.
How is that even possible? This is Northern Virginia.
Well, currently we have Delegate Elizabeth Bennett Parker, but because of redistricting, she's been drawn out of Arlington.
Okay.
But she was the only woman representing Arlington in the House of Delegates.
All right. Well, as you can see, that is why we need women to run. Now, the next